There'll be some people who would take the vaccine tomorrow. There are some people who you will never, ever be able to persuade. But there will be some people who are on the fence. How would you persuade them?
Just what's your problem?
Fair enough.
BBC Sounds.
The big list of potential celebrities, or in fact actual celebrities who'd sort of clubbed together to urge people to get the vaccine. There was like Michael Palin, Michael Parkinson, Lulu, and Sir Bob Geldof. And Sir Bob Geldof is here on Newscast. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you. So was this a sort of organised thing? Did Michael Parkinson and Michael Palin call you up and say, let's rally everyone around the vaccine?
No, some dude from the Sunday Mirror said, are you taking the vaccine? I said, absolutely. That was it.
How News Works, episode 753. Yeah, I mean, why is it something that you want to get involved in and something you want to urge people to do? Obviously, it's the right thing to do for the nation's health, but why did you kind of want to be out publicly doing it?
Well, I don't want to get involved. I mean, I'm sort of taken aback that there needs to be any sort of encouragement. But given that I've no time for the anti-vaxxer creeps, the anti-science people, the anti-thinking people, it's just as well to say anything. Like, if I could be first in line, great. I can't be, but that's fine. But, as soon as humanly possible, if not sooner, I want this miraculous product. I mean, since we identified this little bug, this clever little thing, up until this very moment, for all of the resources and the brain power that were put into this to come up with something that defeats it is an exceptional human achievement. It is one of the great pinnacles of being human and achieving something. And just for that alone, just to participate in that achievement, I'd like to be there. But I'm coming up I'll be 70 next year. So I don't want to be vulnerable to it. I'd like to be around a little longer. I certainly, above everything else, have no wish ever to harm another person, ever. And if I can do anything at all to prevent that, then I will. I take lockdown seriously. I'm in quarantine at the moment. I take it really seriously. Everyone in the family wears a mask. And if you don't want to, don't give me any political nonsense about it. Just do what you're meant to do to stop other people hurting. Yeah. That's it.
I'm just amazed that you're 70.
So am I, dude.
Yeah. Well, there's a few things that we can ask you about there. Well, first of all, you said people should follow the rules. A few musicians lately, I won't name them, have been caught out. What do you think about that? Because they've not been following the rules.
Yeah, I mean, the younger ones believe sort of, you're going around living your life. You're young. Like, as I said, we've determined my age. If I was younger, I'd maybe a little more blithe, a little more blasé about it. And it's when you get pulled up. And that crowd, not Rita's crowd or anyone like that, but just being younger, they're still, they want to hang out. Of course, everybody does. But, a lot of musicians I know are taking flights and trying to keep working, doing stuff, but they do it safely and they only travel in the corridors allowed, etc. So, of course, it's impossible for 65 million people to be rigid about this. And it's not a question of following rules. It's a question of understanding that there is this animal abroad that wants to kill you. And what we're trying to do is defeat that thing so it doesn't kill us. If you keep that thing in mind, then everything else follows.
So, Bob, there'll be some people who would take the vaccine tomorrow. There are some people who you will never, ever be able to persuade. But there will be some people who are on the fence. How would you persuade them?
Just what's your problem?
Fair enough. Now, last week we had Tony Blair on, somebody that you've collaborated with famously. And we asked him, would you take the vaccine on TV like Barack Obama is saying he'd do? And Blair said, I'd hesitate in case it wasn't helpful. So is there Is there an
well, that's
argument
true.
that well-known people weighing in shouldn't be the messengers for this, and actually maybe it's more powerful to hear from William Shakespeare, the second guy who got it yesterday, or the nurse in Belfast?
It's far more powerful. I mean, there'll be people who can't stand Blair. He lied to us about Iraq. He's lying to us about the vaccine, you know. There's people who can't tolerate my crapping on about everything left, right, and centre, you know. Just, you know, there he is in his multi-billion-pound penthouse, you know, so-called Sir Bob, you know, forget it. You know? But if, you know, I mean, queuing up at the NHS, sure, shoot me, I don't care. You know, you know, fine, but it doesn't work. I think when this rolls out, I think, again, at least 90% people will have it. And for the other 10% who don't, think again, please. Even if you're a suspect, even if you're suspicious, if you're a religious person who doesn't believe in this, then ask yourself, what a munificent, kindly God, who presumably you believe in, would make of you refusing to help other people.